This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
So we're going to talk about social networking with Joomla. I don't have slides up yet, but I'll put them in a PDF or something. I'll put the email address up later as well, but feel free to email me later, or I'll probably put them on SourceGhost, or we'll figure something out. I think Laura will probably put them up on a slide deck somewhere as well. This presentation is on social networking in Joomla, basically integration of social networks into your Joomla sites.
Demonstration of Ustream Producer.
I am an extension developer, and I develop extensions for doing this stuff. There will be a little promotion of my stuff, but that's not really the point. I do actually call out a few other competing similar extensions. Use what's right for the job, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So why do you want to listen to me talk about this stuff? We have two main extensions, or at least we're going to have two main extensions. One's called JFB Connect. It's basically Facebook integration for Joomla. It was released in
Ustream Producer.
2009. It's been used on tens of thousands of sites, both for subscriptions on our site, and we just know it's propagated out there. And even the JED uses us. On the bottom left-hand corner, when you see the little login area, there's a login with Facebook. That's from JFB Connect. We're working on JLinked, which is a LinkedIn version for Joomla, and it's coming basically next month. It's in testing with some beta users right now who have been very helpful with our Facebook Connect release, so those were the people we wanted their feedback.
This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
With integration of social networks, I basically break it down into these three categories. There's more, there's less. You can do it in a bunch of different ways. There's so many different ways to integrate social networks into your sites. These are what I consider the main ones, and the ones that I'm basically going to talk about today. It covers pretty much everything. Basically, there's pushing content from your site to these social networks. That's vague. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that. We'll talk about them. There's pulling content into your site, your social network. That's pulling in like your
This
stream,
is a demonstration of
your wall,
Ustream Producer.
and then there's single sign-on. Facebook Connect, JFB Connect, started out as pretty much a single sign-on only extension. It was mainly because people wanted an easy way to sign on to their site, and I go through all of single sign-on. Since then, JFB Connect's exploded into basically doing all of these things, but that's where it really has its heritage, what it really shines at, and one of the most important features that are great to add to a site as far as bringing in social context to your site.
Demonstration of Ustream Producer.
Most important thing when you're doing social integration, take your time. This slide is supposed to pretty much, if you've seen sites that have this with every button, everything on there, this is the last thing I want you to leave this presentation knowing how to do. You don't want all this stuff. I bet you basically no one in here, I don't think anyone can, for $20, this is actually from one extension in Joomla, all of the buttons that go at the bottom of a forum post. I don't think anyone can actually tell me all of those extensions.
Ustream Producer.
I couldn't tell you half of what those social networks actually are. I mean, there's just too many of them out there. You don't want this. The best example that I can think of, there's a couple. Like I said, we have a Facebook integration site, so we see a lot of sites on how people are using these things. There was a law firm one time, had an About Us page, had all the lawyers on the page, and each of those lawyers were an article. And each one of those lawyers had a like button next to their name. It's a really weird thing. I mean, that's not something you think of when you think of liking a lawyer.
Of Ustream
And some lawyers
Producer.
had like 3 likes and 6 likes. I mean, if you're going to do that, make sure you have 1,000 likes for that lawyer. And even then, when it's like a divorce attorney and stuff, I mean, this is not the social context you really want on your site. So, I mean, this is the most important thing, is that start small, have a goal. I mean, have an idea of how you want to integrate with your social network before you actually start doing it.
What does that mean?
Start small.
No, you said integrate with all your social network.
This is a demonstration of
I'm going to go
Ustream
into exactly
Producer.
those 3 topics as to how you can do integration, and how you want to integrate is different for every site. I mean, some people just want those like buttons on their site. Some people want single sign-on where someone can log into their site easily. And I'll talk about exactly why you want to do that. Some people just want to pull in content from their Facebook page. It's really a matter of whether you want people leaving your site, staying on your site, understanding your brand. There's a lot of different things there. I mean, if you're a shopping cart site, you don't want people leaving your site at all, ever. But a like button isn't a bad thing, because then there's
Of
promotion as
Ustream
far as the
Producer.
products that you have on your site. So you wouldn't necessarily, you'd want single sign-on, because then users can get into your site quickly and make a purchase. You might want like buttons so they can promote things to their friends, but you might not really be pulling in a Twitter status feed or something along those lines. So you really want to have a good idea of what you're trying to accomplish with the social network, whether it's pulling users in, creating that brand, like I said, or just engaging with your users to make sure that they know you're a good, reputable company. And like I said, I'll try and go through all the three
Demonstration
scenarios.
of Ustream
Feel free to ask
Producer.
questions to the whole thing. I'm not always amazing on all my answers, but or knowledgeable on everything, but I try.
What goal are we going for? 3%, 5%? I mean, when you say holding people on the site, what goals are you setting here?
They're your goals. I mean, every site, like I said, is really different. It's what you're trying to do. Putting social networking on your site, if you do this on your site, you're going to have 0% retention rate because they're not going to want to read your web page. This will scare people away.
Of
If you
Ustream
put
Producer.
maybe just these little 4 buttons, it can help promote your site, and you might get better engagement. But I can't tell you because it depends on what your site does. I mean, some people get huge amounts of traffic from integrating with social networks, either by their users already liking content or by users logging in and doing different things. I'll try and go through that, and if by the end I haven't answered that question, definitely ask it again. Okay? But I mean, let me try and go through the different concepts of how you want to integrate, and then we can go back to how it
This
can
is a
help you. If I don't answer
demonstration
those,
of
definitely let me know.
Ustream Producer.
So, pushing content. Social buttons. We've seen them on every site. There's the share, LinkedIn share button, the tweet button, the +1, the like. Facebook comments, and then there's ways that you can actually set Joomla up with different extensions to, when you publish an article, it will automatically push it out to multiple different social networking sites. This helps to sort of automate some of your promotion along those lines. So what do these things do? These are the ways, there's plenty of other ways to push content,
Of
and there's a lot of
Ustream
other stuff to
Producer.
it. But why you want to push content? It's a really easy way for you to promote yourself, and more importantly, it's a really easy way to let your users promote yourself, because social context, social sharing, that is basically not the in thing because it's the cool thing or, you know, the whatever, the Web 2.0 thing. It's important because now you have direct referrals. If someone likes an article on my page, it goes into his wall post that he likes that article, and all of his friends now sees that he likes that
This is a
article.
demonstration
So it's a
of
really easy way to do
Ustream
promotion.
Producer.
It's word of mouth. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to create good content or things that make people want to click that like button. I'm going to use like button generically, but it can be any of those. I mean, if you have a business site, you want them to use the LinkedIn share button to promote whatever it is back to LinkedIn, but it's the same concept. It's a way to get social users to promote your site for you. Every article on your site, if you have a like button on it, click the like button. You'll spam your
This is a
friends.
demonstration of
They're used to it. They
Ustream
understand
Producer.
what this stuff is. But this is the type of stuff that will go into a user's wall post, and this is really what you want. I mean, can be a like with a comment or something along the lines of what you just like, and then there can be a picture. Then there can be a picture.
This is good.
Does that work?
No.
Didn't think so.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, you think so. I don't know what I did.
It was working.
This is a demonstration of Ustream Producer.
Now it won't turn on. Oh. Let's see. Hello. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Hello. Hello.
Here you go.
Sounds good. All right. So basically, with Facebook at least, and some of the other like buttons and those types of things, you can craft what this image and what this description actually is going to post into the user's wall.
This is a
So
demonstration
while they
of
can have a little
Ustream
comment
Producer.
here, you can actually do your own promotion as far as the description and other information that's going to be posted on the wall. So it's sort of dual benefit. You get the user that posts and they can say their own comment, oh, I really like this article because, but then you can actually do your own promotion of exactly what you want people to know about that specific article or that specific thing. Yeah.